From nowhere, from nowhere, from nowhere, from nowhere, from nowhere.
Today we're talking about a yellow brick road like you've never seen before. Well, if The Wizard of Oz was a traditional Sunday church service, then The Wiz is an all-night gospel revival, complete with a funk band, soulful solos, and a preacher that really knows how to work the crowd. Based on the hit Broadway musical, The Wiz reimagines the classic Wizard of Oz story with a full-on, unapologetic black cultural explosion. Set in a surreal version of New York City, this ain't no simple tale of a girl trying to find her way home. This is about self-discovery, courage, and the power of believing in yourself, all while serving fashion, funk, and full-on 70s magic. But here's the million-dollar question. Does The Wiz still hold up today, or is it just a groovy time capsule from a disco-filled past? Let's break it down. The story kicks off in Harlem, where we meet Dorothy, played by Diana Ross, a shy 24-year-old school teacher. She's not the confident young girl from the original Oz. Nah, this Dorothy is reserved, scared to step outside her comfort zone, and low-key allergic to new experiences. But when a snowstorm sweeps her up and drops her in a magical neon-lit version of Oz, she's got one mission: follow the gold-bricked road and find the Wiz, the only person that can get her home. Along the way, she meets her squad. The Scarecrow, played by Michael Jackson, a kind-hearted dreamer looking for a brain. And the Tin Man, played by Nipsey Russell, a soulful, rusted-out performer in search of a heart. And the Cowardly Lion, played by Ted Ross, a self-proclaimed king of the jungle who's more house cat than beast. They set out for the Emerald City, a funky fashion-forward utopia, while dodging terrifying subway monsters and evil sweatshop witches. But here's the twist. The Wiz, played by Richard Pryor, isn't some powerful sorcerer. He's a fraud, hiding behind a curtain of self-doubt, much like Dorothy herself. The real magic, learning that the power was inside them all along. Diana Ross gives Dorothy an entirely different energy. Unlike Judy Garland's bright-eyed optimism, Ross plays Dorothy with a real sense of fear, doubt, and anxiety. It makes her journey feel more personal. Though let's be real, some folks felt she was too old for the role. But when she hits those emotional high notes, she does a great job. Michael Jackson's Scarecrow is perfect. He's clumsy, naive, and ridiculously endearing. And when he sings "You Can't Win," which is an absolute banger, you feel his struggle. Plus, let's be honest, Michael Jackson and Oz, iconic. Nipsey Russell brings charm and wisdom to the Tin Man, making him one of the most heartfelt characters. His performance of "What I Could Do If I Could Feel" will get you in your feels. Ted Ross as a Cowardly Lion is a whole mood. He's scared of everything but walks around like he owns the joint. And when he starts belting out, "I'm a mean old lion," you believe it for a second. Richard Pryor plays the Wiz as a straight-up mess, a scary little man using smoke and mirrors to keep the illusion going. But his breakdown is so human, so raw, that you almost feel bad for him. Almost. Look, the Wiz ain't perfect, but it's bold, ambitious, and unlike anything Hollywood has ever done before, or maybe even since. What works? Every song slaps. Quincy Jones' production flawless. Ease on Down the Road, instant classic. The visuals. Oz is an Afro-futuristic dreamscape. The costumes wild, the set design insane. The cultural impact. This movie was made for us. It took a story we all knew and made it feel fresh, powerful, and deeply connected to black culture. What could be better? The Diana Ross age debate. Some people couldn't buy a 33-year-old playing Dorothy, and yeah, I totally get that. They probably could have went with somebody else. The length. At 134 minutes, this movie don't just ease on down the road. It crawls at times. The Wiz himself. For a movie called The Wiz, he don't do a whole lot. More Richard Pryor would have been a win. I gotta give The Wiz a 7 out of 10. It's got flaws, but it's also a visually stunning, musically perfect, cultural significant gem. If you ain't seen it or it's been a while, go give it another shot. You might just find yourself easing on down that damn road. Now it's your turn. What's your favorite moment from The Wiz? Which song gets stuck in your head? And let's settle this. Was Diana Ross too old for the role, or does she still make it work? Drop a comment and hit that like button. If you're new here, subscribe to Troy Hill Talks for more movie magic. See you next time. Take care.